The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as General Ellis strode to the center of the vast circular room. Her crisp blue uniform stood out among the exotic attire of the alien representatives who looked down upon her with thinly veiled contempt. Humans were the newcomers, the upstarts, barely a century into faster-than-light travel, while most species present had been traversing the stars for millennia. The Imperial representative, Ambassador Drax, towered above her. His scaled skin shimmered under the artificial lights as he spoke, mandibles clicking in amusement. The human delegation will now present their grievances, he announced, his voice translated through the chamber's systems. Though I failed to see what this primitive species could possibly contribute to our August assembly. Quiet laughter rippled through the chamber. Humans were a curiosity, nothing more. Their home system was resource-poor, their technology derivative, their military insignificant compared to the might of the Galactic Empire. But General Ellis hadn't come to be mocked. Representatives of the Galactic Council, she began, her voice steady and clear. I stand before you not to beg for recognition, nor to plead for aid. I come with evidence of atrocities committed by the Empire against human prisoners of war. The laughter grew louder. Ambassador Drax waved a dismissive hand. Prisoners, your kind has no standing to claim prisoner status. The skirmishes at your borders were merely pest control operations. Is that how you justify the execution of 3,000 human soldiers on Outpost Delta? General Ellis asked, her voice cutting through the chamber. She activated a holographic display, projecting the images for all to see. The laughter died instantly. You executed human prisoners, she declared, her voice echoing in the sudden silence. The images were unflinching in their brutality. Humans lined up and systematically eliminated, their bodies disposed of in mass graves. The timestamp indicated this had occurred just 14 days ago. Ambassador Drax's mandibles twitched nervously. These are fabrications, human propaganda. The evidence is authenticated by 3 neutral species, General Ellis countered, and more importantly, the Empire made a fundamental mistake. You thought us weak because we were young. You thought us defenseless because we were few. But you never bothered to study our history. She paced the chamber floor, making eye contact with each delegate. Humanity has fought itself for thousands of years. We perfected warfare against ourselves long before we reached the stars. And there is one principle that has held true throughout our bloodied history. We never abandon our own. A murmur of unease spread through the chamber. The Imperial delegates conferred hastily among themselves. What exactly do you hope to achieve with these accusations? Ambassador Drax demanded, his earlier mockery replaced by caution. I'm not here to make demands, General Ellis replied. I'm here to deliver a notification. She pressed another control on her wrist device. The holographic display changed to show the current state of space around the Imperial homeworld. 27 unidentified vessels had appeared in orbit, having somehow bypassed the Empire's vaunted defensive grid. Impossible, hissed an Imperial military advisor. Our detection systems would have. Your detection systems were designed to spot known propulsion signatures. General Ellis interrupted. We don't use standard drives anymore. The revelation sent shockwaves through the chamber. Humans had been deliberately holding back their technological advancements, presenting an inferior face to the galactic community. Those ships, she continued, carry a special payload, not weapons, but evidence. They are broadcasting the truth about your executions to every inhabited world in Imperial space on all frequencies. Your own people are learning of your war crimes as we speak. Ambassador Drax's scales paled. This is an act of war. No, General Ellis corrected. The act of war was executing our people. This is justice. We could have responded with violence. Humans are quite good at that, as your military advisors would tell you if they were honest. Instead, we chose truth as our weapon. On the display, riots had already broken out on 3 Imperial worlds as citizens reacted to the evidence being broadcast. The Empire had maintained control through propaganda and information management for centuries. That control was now crumbling in real time. You have 2 options, General Ellis stated. Option 1. Acknowledge your crimes, return any surviving prisoners, compensate the families of the dead, and agree to independent oversight of future conflicts. Option 2. Watch your empire tear itself apart from within as your lies are exposed. The imperial delegation erupted in angry protests, but their voices were drowned out by the growing number of council members supporting the human position. Species that had long suffered under imperial oppression sensed an opportunity for change. Ambassador Drax leaned down until his face was level with General Ellis's. You think you've won, human, but remember this: empires have long memories and longer reach. General Ellis smiled thinly, and humans have a saying: mess with one of us, mess with all of us. We're not leaving this galaxy, Ambassador, and we're not going to let you forget what happens when you underestimate humanity. As she turned to leave the chamber, the mocking laughter that had greeted her arrival was replaced by respectful silence. The Empire had made a fatal error in dismissing humans as primitive and thinking them easy prey. It would not make that mistake again. Neither would anyone else in the galaxy. In the weeks that followed, the Empire grudgingly agreed to the human terms, not out of moral awakening, but of political necessity. The balance of power had shifted. Humanity had revealed itself not as a curiosity, but as a force to be reckoned with, not through superior firepower, but through strategic thinking and unity of purpose. General Ellis returned to Earth a hero, though she took little pleasure in the victory. Standing at the memorial for the executed prisoners, she placed her hand on the wall of names. "We brought you justice," she whispered, "and made sure the galaxy will never forget."